Oh yeah, it's Donna. I'm back again. I want to talk today about basically making money from receipts that normally you just throw away. Um, I think I found this about 2 years ago. I'd seen it advertised and I hadn't really took much notice of it. And then the one day, this is from Asda that I'm talking about. The one day, I thought I'll look into that. So um, basically what I'm talking about is the APG Asda price guarantee, which is all I can say to you at the moment, just to put this quick. These four receipts here are actually worth £21.12p, because basically they, as the price guarantee is saying, they're 10% cheaper than the main shops like Tesco's and Morrison's. So because they wasn't 10% cheaper, they'll give you some of your money back, but obviously they don't just give it you back. What you have to do is on the bottom of every receipt you've got a barcode, and you have to either go onto your phone or your computer obviously and put in the number, and it'll tell you if it was 10% cheaper. It'll say hooray, we were 10% cheaper, but if not, it'll say we wasn't 10% cheaper, and it'll give you a list of the Tesco's and Morrison's and that, and what the price is there and what the price were, and basically they'll give you the money back plus 10%. So it's basically, to me, money for nothing. The first time I did it on my own receipt, I think there was something like 14p on there, so I thought, I didn't even work. 14p, that's rubbish. So I left it, and then excuse me, got a hair there. A few months later, I tried my receipt again, and there was a couple of pounds on it. So I thought, oh, that's okay. That's worth registering with Asda and printing out. And then I think it was either through Facebook or like money saving tip websites. I seen a thing called Wombling. Wombling. Now I don't know if you ever watched the Wombles. Remember, you're a Womble. Basically, it's making good of stuff that somebody else has thrown away. So, you know, you're just picking up litter, but this litter is worth, to me, pounds. So I do regularly now, when I go shopping in Asda, obviously I use my own receipt to check my own receipt, but if on the way round I walk to the car, I see a receipt on the floor, I do pick it up. If it's one that's not 10%, I just pop it back in the bin. It has to be 8 items or more. If you check the website, it'll explain it in more details. There's also a Wombling group on Facebook. I think it's actually called Wombling. If you search it in Facebook, it'll come up, Wombling money saving tips. And if you ask to join, there's loads of people who'll give you tips. But yeah, basically now I can't go through a car park in Asda without having a mooch round. Like when my husband's taking their stuff to the car, I'm like, give us a sec, I'm just having a little wonder. So I do like literally walk around the car park, and the way I see it, if you've seen a fiver on the floor, would you leave it? I know I wouldn't. I mean, if I seen a fiver on the floor, at first I'd be like, whose fiver is that? Is there nobody around? It's money on the floor. And not only that, it's just litter. So you're picking up litter as well as like getting a few pennies for yourself. So these four receipts here, 2 of which are my own. One was actually literally by my car. I think it's been run over by, look at it, looks like a tyre track on it, but the number's still legible. And the other one was given to me by a friend. So what you can also do as well is you're allowed, you can also ask friends and family, if they don't want their receipts, could you have them? Let them know what you're doing, obviously, because obviously they might want to do it themselves and they don't know. So yeah, so what I've done with these, the 2 of my own, I'm really looking forward to my 2, which is unusual because my own ones I normally get hardly anything. I've actually got a £11.84 one and a £7.40 one. So that was off our own shopping for two weeks. And then this 66p one was from a friend at work. And then this £1.22 was literally the receipt I found on the floor. Now I know that doesn't sound a lot and that doesn't sound a lot, but when you get them 2 together, and then you know you get them as well, which are brilliant ones, I'm like over the moon with them. Those are my own ones. I mean, that comes to, like I said, £21.12. I think I've done the maths right. Hopefully I have. But what I'm saying is basically, even if it's only 66p, that 66p can go towards a loaf of bread. You know, and so I've gone around the car park a few times. All I'm saying is a little warning when you do see receipts on the floor, watch out for cars. Because I have like seen a receipt and got all excited and got to run across the road and there's a car in the way. So be careful of cars. They have a habit of driving. Also the bloody bushes. I don't know if that's to do it on purpose, but I've a couple of times I've scratched all my arms where I've seen one in a bush and I've gone to reach for it. And, you know, when you have a shower on the night then and it stings like hell. So be careful of bushes. Also, just like to say, you're not allowed to take any receipts from inside the shop. Because inside the shop, it's classed as stealing because it's on our property. If it's in the car park or outside the car park or just on any floor, it's basically rubbish. Rubbish is rubbish, like, you know. So, well, like I say, if somebody doesn't want the receipt and they've just thrown it on the floor, also bins, you know. I don't think many people go for a bin. Obviously, people don't take anything from a bin. As tempting as it might seem, if you see a long receipt, but again, long receipts, I think what it is because it's 8 items or more, they have to be different items. Sometimes when you get a long receipt, it tends to average out. So, although this is a long one, that's not so long, but this one was our last one, that had just £1.22. Again, £1.22 is better than nothing. So sometimes the long receipts don't always, they're normally like, hooray, we was 10% cheaper, and you're like, But, like I say, I mean, I do this. I only know a couple of people who do it, like, but a lot of people, I don't know, some people just can't be bothered, which is fair enough, I understand that, but if they can't be bothered to do it, you could always say to them, can I have your receipts? If they're going to throw it away, it doesn't matter to them, like, you know, and, you know, it's, if you don't want them yourself as well, you can always save them up, print them out, and buy some stuff and take it to the food bank, or buy food, animal, dog and cat food, and take it to your RSPCA or your Blue Cross, because if you don't want it, I'm sure there's somebody else who does. Now, I always use mine because the way I see it, it's cash. So the other week I had to have I had a flat tyre, and when I'd done that, it was bald, so I had to buy a new tyre, and the other one had a slow puncher, so I had to buy a new tyre and get the puncher fixed. So that was £60, which is it's a lot of money. So this £21, you know, softens the blow, sort of thing. And it's just, to make the way I see it, it's free money. This would have been thrown in the bin. To me, it seems madness to throw away money when it's just there. So, like I say, I don't know how many people know about it. It doesn't seem to be common knowledge. I don't know why. I mean, Tesco's with their club cards, everybody knows about the club cards, and Sainsbury's as well. But this one, they don't seem to advertise it. So, like I'm saying, all you have to do is just check that number there. I think you're allowed, is it 10 a month or up to £100 a month? I'm not 100% sure. You need to really check their website to just double check on that. Also, like I say, there's Facebook groups which has loads of help and advice if you get stuck. At one point my password wasn't working, so I think it was just a glitching what do you call them, Asda even, in their system. But yeah, there's other little problems that I've had. A couple of times they don't actually scan. And it does actually say on the bottom for the who's ever on the checkout that if it doesn't work, to type it in manually as a manufacturer's coupon. And I'm not sure, like I say, a couple of times I've had problems where the managers had to come, where they've not worked and the managers come and had to override it, and that. It does say that. Also, I had one where it was from a different shop. It was a friend had given me this receipt. So I use my normal one, and then this one has got, oh, you can't use it, it's not from this shop. And I said, well, that's not really what your terms and conditions. I was polite, and she was polite. That's not what your terms and conditions are saying. And she went, really? So she called the manager again. So the manager come over. And she went, no, that's fine. You know, as long as it's a valid receipt and, like, you know, a valid print, that's fine. So I think that was just, obviously the girl hadn't been trained properly. Also, was the one lady, it was Christmas, I was buying a turkey crown, and I had about 5 or 6 of these that I'd saved up, and that's all I had, a turkey. And she was like, you can't use all them just for one item. And I was like, oh, okay, so when were the rules changed? I didn't know that. And she went, okay, we'll see. I don't know if she'd had a bad day or what. Like, it was later in the afternoon, so whether she'd had a bad morning, but it turned out it was fine. Again, I don't know whether she just wasn't aware of the rules. The way I see it, it's cash. Cash is cash. What you have to do is you've got to basically make sure you keep your receipts. Don't lose your receipt, because without your receipt, you can't. That's not worth a penny. So you have to keep them both together. I'll normally clip them together. They scan that. You can also do it the self-services as well. Do it yourself, if you know. So yeah, they scan that, and they normally ask you, do you want to keep your receipt? But obviously, if you've got something on there expensive like clothing and that, like, you know, you probably want to keep it just in case you need to return it. But obviously, you can only use this once. Sorry, got cut off there. God knows what happened. Yeah, you can only use these once. It's very. Sometimes I keep them, obviously, like I say, if I've got something expensive on there, that just in case I need to return it. But normally they just, you say you don't want it, they destroy it. But yeah, so the way, like, again, I know it's not for it. There's a lot of people who don't want to do it, and that's fair enough. But like I said, this is £21. To me, that's a decent amount of money. If you're seeing 20 quid on the floor, I mean, who's really going to leave £20 on the floor? Not me. I could tell you that. Well, I wouldn't leave a fiver on the floor. But like I say, just have a look at, like I say, when you do your shopping, just check your receipt. Go on to Asda price guarantee. Type it in. You type in all them numbers. This is the one that got run over. You can see it looks like it's a bit crumpled up, but the numbers are still legible. So you type in these numbers here, and I'll see if I can put a screenshot of one. And like I say, even if you've only got, I think they're valid to 28 days. So you need to just check you're not over 28 days as well, because that's like, you know, when you get one, you're like, oh, and it's like, oh, it's gone over the 28 days. It's basically invalid over the 28 days. So just double check your dates as well, but it'll tell you anyway. So like I said, just type in that number and it'll tell you whether it is 10% cheaper. If not, it'll say, right, we're not cheaper, but that's fair enough. Like I say, use your own receipts. Ask friends and family for receipts. Like I say, if you're just in the area anyway, like I say, when I go to Asda, I do have a look round. I can't help it now. It's become a bit of a habit, because I'm like, I can't help it. If I go to Asda car park, I do have a mooch round. It's just like one of them now. I'm always doing it. And yeah, so like I said, if you don't want the money, that's fair enough. Ask somebody else who, you know, might need the money and they don't mind printing them out. But yeah, that's what I do. Like I say, it's not everybody's cup of tea. I get that. So, but it's just something I don't think a lot of people know about. I don't know why. You think it would be like a common thing, but it is. It's not a lot of people know about it. But if you go, like I say, if you go on Facebook, there's we call it Wombling. There's a Wombling group, which other people like me do this, and some people do make, you know, they get their weekly shopping. If you've got a family, you know, and this helps. Like I say, I had to have spent £60 on my car, which was money I wasn't expecting to shell out, which I could have done without that. But soften the blow, I got over £20. So there you go. So I hope this has been of interest to somebody. You know, it's worth a go. It doesn't cost you anything to have a look at your receipt. So why not? To me, it's free money. Free money's free money. Who's going to say no to free money? Not me. So, okay. Thank you for watching. Take care, everyone. Happy wombling. See if you can get some goodies. Thank you. Bye.